Hello students. In last lecture we studied the concept or meaning of index number, different types of Bezier, that is fixed base as well as chain base. We also studied all the types of different formulas, and at last we studied the simple sums of how to find the index number by fixed base method as well as chain base method. In today's agenda, we have to learn how to find the general index number by fixed base method as well as chain base method. And also we move towards how to find the conversion of fixed base index number into chain base index number as well as chain base index number into fixed base index number. So here first we begin with general index number. As we all aware, the general index number is an index number of all the index numbers. In this question they clearly mention compute the general index number by using fixed base method, taking base year 2011, and also by chain base index number method. They provide us 5 different years: 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014 and 2015. Different 3 types of flours are given: wheat flour, bajri flour and chana flour. So first we learn general index number by fixed base method. As we all aware, 2011 is a base year, so index number for 2011 for all the items is, we can easily available to see that it is 100, because the rule is that the base year index number is 100 itself. Now for 2012, 46 upon 4040 into 100. 2013, current year 2013, base year 2011. 2014, current year 2014, base year 2011. 2015, current year 2015 and base year is 2011. So we can easily able to find the index number for 2012 115, 2013 125, 14 140 and 15 160. Same way in bajri flour also, the base year is fixed, that is 2011. So all the denominator position we have to take the fixed base, that is 20. We can easily show. So index number we can find in bajri flour for 2012 150, 2013 180, 2014 210 and 2015 270. Same way in chana flour also we can able to find. Here also the denominator position remain fixed, that is 5050, base year is 2011 and numerator position changes year to year. After find out all the index number of 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014 and 15, 2 additional columns are there for general index number. The first column is total. In the column of total, we have to do the total of all the answers of index number. Like in 2011, the index numbers are 100, 100 and 100, so the total is 300. Same way in 2012, the index number answer is 115, 150 and 128. The total answer is 393. Same way 2013, 2014 and 2015, we have to do the total of index number. And our last step is general index number. The formula of general index number is total divided by number of items. For 2011, the total of all the index numbers are 300 divided by items. There are 3 items: wheat flour, bajri flour and chana flour. So 300 divided by 3, the general index number is 100. For 2012, the total is 393. Again 3 items are there, so it is divided by 3, 131. Same way for 2013, 14 and 15. So friends, by this way we can find the general index number by fixed base method. Now move towards general index number by chain base method. As we all aware that in chain base method, each year the base year changes and the preceding year is the base year for each year. So for the first year 2011, as it is the base year, so the index number for bajri, chana, wheat, all the 3 we have 100, because there is no preceding year of 2011. So simply the index number of base year itself is 100. For 2012, 46 upon 4040 into 100, 115. For 2013, 5050 upon 46 into 100. Here clearly we can see that for each year, preceding year is the base year. 1456 upon 50 into 100, 1564 upon 56 into 100. Same way we can able to find the index number of all the years. After doing this, like fixed base method, additional 2 columns are there. First is total and last is general index number. Here we can see that instead of general index number, we can also write aggregate index number. Both are the same. So the total of 2011 is 300, 2012 393, 2013 353.7, 2014 348.67, 2015 259.53. Now the formula of general index number or aggregate index number is total divided by number of items. 300 divided by 3, 393 divided by 3. By this way we can able to find the general index number. Now friends, we move towards the sums of conversion. Conversion from fixed base to chain base and from chain base to fixed base. If in question they provide us the fixed base index numbers, then we have to find the chain base index number. As in the formula section, we already studied the formula how to convert the fixed base index number into the chain base index number. The formula here is chain base index number is equals to fixed base index number of current year upon fixed base index number of preceding year into 100. Here is the one sum for it, page number 16 of textbook. Convert the following index number of by fixed base method about production of craft industry state into the chain base index number. It means they provide us question. In question they provide us year and fixed base index number. And from fixed base index number, we have to convert into chain base index number. There is no base year mentioned, so we will take 100 as the chain base index number for the first year. I repeat this, there is no clearly mention about the base year. So for the first year, we will take 100 index number as a chain base index number. Now 3 columns we have to prepare: year and index number. Third column, 2 columns they provide in the question, and third column we prepare, that is chain base index number column. In the column of year, 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14. Index number are also given. There is no any fixation about the base year. So the first year index number of chain base, we take it 100. Clearly mentioned, there is no clear base year. That's why we take first year index number 100. Now, as our formula, fixed base index number of current year upon fixed base index number of the preceding year. So 132 is the current year 2010 upon 120, that is preceding year 2009, into 100. For 2011, 96 upon 132 into 100. Similarly for 2014, 108 upon 138 into 100. By this way, easily we can convert the fixed base index number into the chain base index number. Another question of similar type, they provide us fixed base index number and we have to convert it into the chain base index number, page number 17 of textbook. But one thing is different in this question. As we all remember, in the previous question, they are not clearly mentioning the base year. But in this particular sum, they clearly given that the base year is the year 2007-8. It means the index number of 2007-8 is 100 because it is base year. The whole sum is same, but only one change is there, and that is here they clearly mention the base year, but in earlier sum they are not clearly mentioning the base year. Now let us see the solution. 2 columns, year and wholesale price index number. 2008, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15 and 15, 16. See, in the previous sum, we directly take chain base index number as a 100. But in this particular case, they provide us 2007-8 as a base year. So what happens when we put it into the formula? For 2008-9, the current year index number is 126 upon base year or preceding year is 100 into 100. So friends, 100 cancel. The answer for the first year index number is 126. I repeat, they clearly mention 2007-8 as a base year. So the index number of 2007-8 is 100. So for 2008-9, when we put into the formula, so 126 upon 100 into 100, So the answer is 126. 126 is the answer. Now for 2009-10, 130.8 is the current year upon preceding year is 126 into 100. Same way up to 2015-16, current year 177.2 upon preceding year 181.2 into 100. So the index number of 97.79. So I am confident enough that you can able to convert the fixed base index number into chain base index number. Now we move towards conversion of chain base index numbers to fixed base index number. Textbook page number 17. Here is the formula. When we want to convert the chain base index number to fixed base index number, the formula is fixed base index number of current year equals to chain base index number of current year into fixed base index number of the preceding year to current year whole upon 100. Now we move towards the practical sums related to this method. Sum number 10, they provide us 2008-9 up to 2015-16. Friends, here they clearly mention that take 2007-8 as a base year. It means the index number of 2007-8 is 100. Now we take year one by one. So 2008-9. The current year chain base index number is 134.8 into fixed base index number of preceding year to current year, that is 100. Why? Because 2007-8 is the base year and the index number of base year is 100. So 134.8 into 100 whole upon 100. So the answer is 134.8. For 2009-10, current year is 115.28 into preceding year's answer, that is 134.8 upon 100. So the answer is 155.40. For 2010-11, current year chain base index number is 115.57 into preceding year's fixed base, that is 155.40 whole upon 100, that is 179.60. By this way, up to 2015-16, we can easily able to find the converted fixed base index number. For 2015-16, the current year chain base index number is 102.48 into previous year fixed base index number is 253.81 upon 100. So the answer is 260.10. By this way, we can easily convert the chain base index number into the fixed base index number. Friends, after studying the conversion of fixed base into chain base and chain base into fixed base index number, you can easily able to calculate all the sums of exercise 1.2. There are 4 questions given in the exercise 1.2. You can easily able to find the index number of fixed base into chain base and chain base into fixed base, and I am confident enough you all do the same exercise. Now we move towards the question of Laspeyres, Paches and Fishers. In section F, mainly they ask the sums of Laspeyres formula index number, Pasch's formula index number, as well as Fisher's formula index number. The method which is given by Laspeyres, the formula for the Laspeyres index number is IL equals to sigma P1Q0 upon sigma P0Q0 into 100. Here IL means index number of Laspeyres, sigma means total, P means price, Q means quantity, 1 means current year, and 0 means base year. So price of current year multiply with quantity of base year upon price of base year multiply with quantity of base year multiply with 100. So we can easily able to find the index number of Laspeyres, that is IL. Then we move towards Pasch's index number. In short, it is denoted by IP. The formula for IP is sigma P1Q1 upon sigma P0Q1 into 100. Here IP means index number of Pasch, sigma means total, P means price, Q means quantity, 1 means current year, 0 means base year. So the current year price multiply with current year quantity, which is divided by base year price into current year quantity. So we can able to find the Pasch's index number. Next is Fisher's index number. Professor Irving Fisher has constructed an index number by considering quantities of both the years. The Fisher's index number is the geometric mean of Laspeyres and Pasch's index number. The Fisher's index number is denoted by IF. There are two different formulas provided for Fisher's index number. First is IF is equals to into under root IL into IP, or Fisher's index number IF is equals to into under root sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0 into sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1 out of under root multiply with 100. Fisher's index number is also called as an ideal index number. If they ask to find out Laspeyres, Pasch's and Fisher's index number, then we can apply the short formula of Fisher's index number, because we already find out the Laspeyres index number and Pasch's index number. So we can easily able to apply the small formula of Fisher, that is IF is equals to into under root IL into IP. But if they directly ask to find the Fisher's index number without clearly mention about Laspeyres or Fisher, then we have to directly apply the Fisher's big formula or long formula, which is also the second formula of Fisher's index number. Now the question arises in our mind, sir, how many columns we have to prepare to find the Laspeyres index number Pache's index number and Fisher's index number. In the question, friends, they provide us different 5 things. One is item, second is quantity of base year, that is Q0, quantity of current year, that is Q1, price of base year, that is P0, and price of current year, that is P1. Mainly, we have to prepare additional 4 columns as our answer. You can able to see on your screen, we have to prepare additional 4 columns. The first column is P1Q0, means P1 multiply with Q0. All the units of P1 multiply with Q0. The second column is P0Q0, means all the digits or units of P0 multiply with Q0. Third column is P1Q1, means all the units or digits of P1 multiply with Q1, that is P1Q1. And last one is P0Q1s, means all the digits or variables of P0 multiply with Q1. After preparing all the 4 columns, P1Q0, P0Q0, P1Q1, P0Q1, we have to do the total of all the 4 columns. Like at our screen we can able to see the total of P1Q0 is 740. Total of P0Q0 is 669. Total of P1Q1 is 629. And total of P0Q1 is 571. So we have to do the total of all the 4 columns. If we can see, we can easily remember the additional 4 columns also. As P and Q are the common thing, students can remember this by this way also: 1000 1101. I repeat this: P and Q are common for all the 4 columns. In all the 4 columns, there is a P and Q. By digit wise, we can remember it like 1000 and 1101. After doing the total, we have to put the values into the formula. Last pair's index number, IL is equals to sigma P1Q0 upon sigma P0Q0 into 100. We can easily got the answer. Here the answer is 110.61, and we have to write one sentence also. There is a rise of 110.61 minus 100, 10.61% rise in the prices, because the base year index number always is 100. Same way, Pache's index number, the formula is IP is equals to sigma P1Q1 upon sigma P0Q1 into 100. The answer we got is 110.16. So there is an increase of 10.16%, 10.1616% in the prices. Fisher's index number, as we all aware, we got the values of Laspeyres and Pache, so we can apply the small formula of Fisher, that is IF is equals to into under root IL into IP. The answer is 110.38. So there is a rise of 10.38% in the year 2016 as compared to the base year 2015. So friends, we can easily able to find the index number of Laspeyres, Paches and Fishers. But carefully we have to read and remember the formulas of Laspeyres, Paches and Fishers. Generally, in section F, they ask the 5-mark sums of index number of Laspeyres, Paches and Fishers. You can all able to understood everything whatever I explain you right now from by this video. Thank you for your cooperation.